Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. The S&P 500 was up 0.16, or sorry, down 0.16% today. Again, we had a great day yesterday looking for some follow through. Didn't get it today. Market was kind of flat really all day long, slightly into the positive side. And then fell. UPS came out with their earnings report. They're seen as kind of an economic bellwether, obviously, especially for the area of goods sales. And they missed their earnings by a fair amount. And so, got the market down a little, but I think really the market's waiting for Tesla and Google. It's going to report after hours today. And so they're kind of kicking off the big companies as far as that goes. We've had some really good earnings seasons that have helped quite a bit in the past. They keep ratcheting up the expectations, and the companies have been getting through those, but it gets harder and harder, especially for forward guidance. Companies would rather have forward guidance that they can beat, and so sometimes they're a little bit conservative in that area, and then sometimes their stocks can take a beating because of forward guidance. So we'll see, what happens as far as that goes. I think, again, one of the biggest things that happened today was that the Russell 2000, the small cap index, even though the S&P was down, was up again, over 1%. And we're seeing really a kind of historic spread between what's happening on the small cap stocks and what's happening in these other big indexes, which basically means the big cap stocks, because all of these indexes are weighted by size of company. And so the S&P is going to be dominated by these big, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, et cetera. And so is the Dow, which is weighted by price, but still only has big companies on it. And then, of course, the NASDAQ is weighted by, the size of the company in terms of its market capitalization. And so you're seeing all three of those indexes, be down, and all of a sudden, the Russell 2000, which again is just the smaller companies, being up, a fair amount. So that rotation is continuing. Matter of fact, the spread has been so wide, you got to think that this might be, a real move. We've had several false moves in the small cap arena, but nothing quite like this. This is really record territory in terms of how much more is being made in the small caps versus the others. So I think it bodes well for the market. It's showing some spread of, breadth in terms of where the money's going. It shows some, risk on appetite. People don't normally buy tons of small cap stocks when they're really nervous about everything. And, they're looking forward to this possible rate cut, which helps small companies, those types of things. So again, something to watch for. It is one of the reasons to own these really large, broad indexes, something like the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index, where you can have, basically everything. So when the market rotates into that small cap arena, you already have it, and you can kind of, make sure that you're there. And, maybe you overload a little bit in small caps as things start to develop, but, it's nice to have a core holding that already owns all of these things, because trying to chase, all of these trends with all of your money is a really difficult thing. If you get it right, you can make a lot of money, but not many people get that right. So anyway, that's what's going on. I think it's a very fascinating market right now. We'll see what happens after hours here with these earnings reports, see how that affects tomorrow. So look forward to talking to you then. Thank you very much.